Hello, fellow athletic trainers. In this announcement, I'm going to go over the final professional portfolio reflection assignment. If you go to Appendix C in the syllabus, we can go over that. The other thing you might want to have in front of you is the final professional portfolio reflection template and the rubric, because I'll touch on those too. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to compile all your 6 professional portfolios in into one file. So let's say this is the template. So as you look at this is the first part of it is just your 6 professional portfolios. So I'm going to keep going until I get to the end of your professional portfolios. So we're at number 6. And there's a reflection number 6. And then you'll start a new section of your professional portfolio. So you've done your 6 in 2 classes. You did portfolios 1, 2, and 3 in kinesiology 792C. And then in this course, you've done portfolios 4, 5, and 6. So the next part of your final part of your professional portfolio is to explain what these professional qualities and characteristics mean. So what are these professional characteristics? Okay, so these professional characteristics are as follows. How are you an advocate for the kinesiology / athletic training discipline? How are you demonstrating that you are a continuous, collaborative professional learner who furthers your own professional development to use your abilities to contribute to the athletic training profession? How are you demonstrating that you are a responsive and reflective practitioner? So what you're going to do, I would suggest that you explain what each one of these terms mean. What's it mean that you are an advocate for kinesiology, for athletic training discipline? So about 2 to 3 paragraphs for that one. Explain what it means that you are a continuous collaborative professional learner who furthers your own blah blah blah. You can read that in your own. That's 2 to 3 paragraphs. Explain what it means that you're a responsive and reflective athletic training practitioner. Now there is a document that I have provided you in our class. It's from the National Association of Physical Education. It's what we used, we meaning the faculty at FPU, to develop some of the content in our program. They are the advanced standards for graduate programs that are written for PE teachers, but the concepts are still acceptable for us in athletic training. And so I really suggest that you use that document to support your explanations. You may need to use some other explanations or other resources. Because remember, we always want to be evidence-based. We want to support what it means, what all these things mean by research. Okay, so again, part 1 is explaining what those professional characteristics, professional qualities and characteristics mean. So that's where I'm right here. So again, you want to explain so a non-kinesiology athletic training individual can understand them. Okay. So each section is about 2 to 3 paragraphs. So that should be probably about 2 pages, and that's 30 points. Okay. The next section, so we'll go over to the template. And what I suggest on using this template, just go ahead and use these section titles as I have them. Just start writing your explanations here. Provide an introduction of what you're going to write about. That's why it says provide an introduction. And then in each one of these sections, explain what those 3 different areas mean. Then in your next section, this section is similar to our artifact section in our professional portfolios. Here, I'm just going to read this. Here you will explain how you have satisfied the 3 professional qualities and characteristics during the practicum and athletic training classes. So what you're going to do is, what of the artifacts that you turned in your 6 portfolios, which of those particular artifacts demonstrate that you have satisfied those 3 professional qualities and characteristics. So let's say that your second portfolio, I don't remember what that particular portfolio is about, but that artifact that you turned in, you think it shows that you have demonstrated or mastered that you are a continuous professional learner. So what you want to do is refer the reader to that particular artifact in your paper. Say in Appendix B, I've included an artifact that's titled blank, and it demonstrates that I am meeting this specific professional qualities and characteristics because, and explain why the artifact is demonstrate your mastery. Now, one artifact can demonstrate your mastery over 2 or 3 of these, 1, 2, or 3 of these professional qualities. Okay, the goal is to demonstrate that you have actually satisfied those professional qualities and characteristics during this class. Include the professional qualities and characteristic description section titles. It's like up here. If that's how you want to do it, and you do still need to provide section titles so I know when I'm reading what you're talking about. That's the whole point of having section titles, to help the reader know exactly what you're talking about. Again, you're going to provide, your artifacts are from the artifacts that you've already turned in for one of your 6 professional portfolios. You're just going to find a particular artifact that shows your mastery in the professional characteristics or qualities. And also, what you need to include is your hours that you worked in weeks 13 and through 15 of this course. You don't have to explain what you did. You just have to say, in weeks 13 I worked 20 hours, week 14 I worked 50 hours, week 15 I worked 60 hours. So whatever hours you worked. Okay, your final portion of, well, not the final, the next portion of your final professional portfolio reflection is you're going to develop a professional development plan. Now, as a faculty member, I have to do this every 5 years, where you have to provide where you want to develop, or I want to develop professionally as a faculty member over the next 5 years. So that's what I'm trying to have you write, is discuss how you will continue to develop and improve in the 3 professional qualities and characteristics of an athletic trainer. You should also cover your personal growth objectives, activities you plan to engage in. This can be, you want to learn a specific rehab thing, or you want to, wherever you want to develop as a professional. Maybe you want to get a journal article published. Maybe you want to do actual study after taking research methods. Maybe you want to continue your education in some way. Whatever those goals are, what are your professional goals and objectives for the next 5 years? So this is 2 to 4 pages. Again, how are you developing those professional qualities and characteristics over the next 3 to 5 years, and describe how you'll go about meeting those goals. Be specific. Maybe you've heard of those SMART goals, which I think SMART, S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands, I forget what R and T stand for now. But anyways, the goals should be something that you actually can reach and meet, and you know that you met them. the more detail you put in here for yourself, the better. Again, this is your professional development plan. How do you want to grow as an athletic trainer in the next 3 to 5 years? And the next part of the professional portfolio is just your final good to great in God's eyes final reflection. So you see Appendix E in the syllabus for this detail about this assignment. Basically, what's your main takeaway from this textbook as you reflect on all the chapters in this particular book. You should be citing references, so your reference page comes next. And then here's your appendices where you're going to place all your artifacts in your both your professional portfolio and your final professional portfolio reflection. How will this be assignment assessed? I'll use this signature rubric. This will also be turned in TaskStream. So you'll turn this in both in Moodle, this assignment in Moodle and in TaskStream. And so your description of the 3 professional qualities, characteristics and qualities, I'll grade that. Was it clear? Was it correct? Could a non-athletic trainer and non-kinesiology person understand it? Did you provide correct artifacts and describe them correctly? Why they satisfied each of the professional qualities and characteristics? Your professional development plan, I'll assess that and make sure that it was clear and understandable and you actually provided appropriate and useful steps so you can develop. Your portfolio was put together correctly. I mean, that should be an easy 20 points. Your writing, APA and all that fun stuff, it'll be assessed on. So make sure you look at this rubric when you start working on this assignment. I expect you to have questions on this assignment since it's new. It's a new assignment. It's new for us. This will be the first time I've had students do this in the athletic training class. The PE students did it last fall, and then we'll have 2 PE classes doing it this spring. So this is a new signature assignment for us. We're trying something new with this. This is similar to a comprehensive exam question that we've asked the last couple of years. This will be probably fairly similar to also a comprehensive exam question that you'll be taking in the spring or summer. Sorry. So hint, hint. If you have questions, again, which I expect that you will, please post them in the Q&A form. I will allow you to submit a rough draft of this to me. When I mean rough draft, I want it almost done. It should be your almost final product. And I'll accept that to a certain date, and you'll have to look in the class when we get closer to that, what that date is, because I have to have time to read them. And plus, I have other classes going on at the same time, so I want to make sure I can give you enough time to reflect on, to improve on this assignment if you need to make improvements. I won't grade it. I'll just give you feedback on it. But I really do suggest that you turn in a rough draft to me when we get closer to that date. All right. Look forward to reading this from you. Look forward to seeing what you learn about yourself as you reflect over the 2 semesters.